Hello, well, I'm back. So, what we have in this Dollar Tree haul, all Dollar Tree, are books. Books, books, books. And you see my house, you know we have over 1,000 books, I was told, but by my goddaughter, she counted them. And she said, we officially have a library. And that's only what we have in the garage. That's not even what we have in the house. But anyway, do not like do not skip the book section. Like you can find, well, first of all, you can find so many good children's books. I don't have any of those here because I don't have a need for those, but um, there's all kinds of books. And for some reason, I guess earlier in the year, because there's more like cookbooks and really nice hardcover books, beautiful pictures, colorful, the whole thing, that I found this in the last 2 weeks than I have like ever. So yeah, they really got in quite a bit. So there's a lot of books, like I said. So I'm just gonna go right to it and get in them. Okay, so first of all, there's this cute little soft cover book, and it always seems impossible until it's done is the title. And this is just a book about pursuing a dream is hard work. Um, this label reminds me of Costco. So I wonder if they got some of these from Costco because some of these books had quite a few of these labels on them. Anyway, uh, it just has little inspirational sayings like you must be single minded, drive for the one thing on which you have decided, and things like that. Just like inspirational, motivational sayings. It takes a lot of courage to show your dreams to someone else. Let's see. Um, and of course, like the cover, it's always impossible until it's done. And just things like that. Keep your eyes on the stars, but remember to keep your feet on the ground, by Theodore Roosevelt. And so they're just different quotes. And this is this one that applies to me. Don't take advice from people like me. Do your own thing always. Although I know some stuff too. Okay, so that's that kind of book. There's also a whole genre for my honey, since he's a historian, of his interests. And he's also a mystery, well, he's a mystery writer. So he got this book called Carry On, Reflections for a New Generation. He says Lewis, I guess the author is John Lewis. He makes the struggle for freedom plain and clear. From spirituality to politics to fear, John Lewis left the next generation with pockets of wisdom and encouraged us to carry on the struggle for justice and with a small guide. Okay. So this is just, of course, my honey covers, see, it's about the civil rights, and he covers that area of history. And so that would help him put his class together and his lectures. Okay, he got, oh no, this is both of our book, actually. I think I got it for me, but it's a hardcover, and it's Cradles of the Reich. During I can't even speak, during World War II, there were baby factories where they were breeding breeding babies, to make like the pure race and things like that. So it says the story of three women, a nation seduced by a madman, and the Nazi breeding program to create a so-called master race. And they really existed. So that's a small part of history that most people don't talk about or don't know about. And so my honey wants to incorporate that in his history classes. A sunlit weapon, and this again in the World War II. It's a hardcover, and it's a World War II again. Let's see, this one here was, this was $27.99 originally, and of course it was $1.25 at Dollar Tree. And this one here, again with this kind of label, That looks so familiar. And this was $27.99. And this one is a novel, so not true story, but is a novel about a firefighter. Or actually, this one might be him. Sorry. It's about a plane or something. Okay. And then Courtiers, the royal family, intrigue, ambition, and the power players behind the House of Windsor, which is the family's, the royal family's house or name. And I ripped off this label, but it says $32 was the original price, and of course it's a hardbound book. And it says the gripping account of how the royal family really operates, from the journalist who has spent years studying them, who really runs the show, and as Charles III begins his reign, what will happen next? So obviously he's been reigning for a minute. So this was from 2022. So it sounds like the journalist wrote it. Okay. And then this one also hardbound, and this is obviously a Target. Oh, maybe that's who these stickers belong to, Target. But the other one looked like Costco. But anyway, this obviously was a Target book, and $1.25 at Dollar Tree. And this looks like it's called Rabbits, a taut mystery for a time of conspiratorial madness. So it's probably mixing a bunch of stuff. Anyway, so it's about conspiracy theories and all that kind of stuff. So, and then, which is his expertise of, one of his areas of interest. And then he's a Doctor Who fan. So again, hardbound cover. This is like on this one is his doctor, his favorite doctor. David Tennant's mine, the 10th Doctor. But this one's his from way back in the 60s. And it's like a comic book type of story. Oh, see, this is my doctor back here. Can you see that? See, that's my doctor. He was okay too. He was good too. Him, I don't remember him, so maybe not. But yeah, that was a doctor. That's my doctor right here. Anyways, so there's also fun books. And I was telling you about the cookbooks. So I found quite a few cookbooks. Okay, let me see. Okay, on the cookbooks, they're cookbooks, again, hardcover. This cookbook was there, and this is the cookbooks can cover like just an influencer's or chefs, obviously a chef's recipes and things like that. But also there's cookbooks that are themed around certain goals, dietary goals. Like this one's cooking for a fast metabolism, and the foods just look so good. And of course, you don't cook every recipe that's in a book. Well, I don't, but but I will try one or two, depending on how complicated it is. But this is, this has information about metabolism myths and facts. So you learn a little bit about how your metabolism works and why certain foods affect it a certain way, and things like that. And then there's a pantry list of like, if you're working on your metabolism and you wanted to, to help it out, these are the things you should have in your pantry. Things like raw cocoa powder, coconut flakes, coconut water, unsweetened, of course, both of those. Prunes only on the fruit, that's dried fruit. Broth, no sugar added only. And then you can make your own. And it shows you in here how to make your own broth, chicken, beef, or vegetable. Just things like that, like avocado oil mayo and safflower oil mayo and things like that. So it has basically a grocery list for you. Planning, a 30-day simple planning menu. And then of course it has like slow cooker roasted Mediterranean chicken, and it has really nice pictures. So like this one, if it's just throw it in there and forget it, that's okay. I'll do that. But if it's like, fry it up a little bit, sear it, and do all this I'm like, well, if I'm on the stove, why am I not just making the whole thing on the stove, right? But this one seemed to be like, throw it in there and just leave it for 6 to 8 hours. Dump all these things in there, and then you come out with this. So like that one, I would try. It's just like, asparagus and white mushrooms, slice them up, red bell pepper, green pepper. So it's just like different ingredients to throw in there. So that's this one. And then I got 2 copies of this one. It's Get Off Your Sugar. So it's a way, I know I have a friend that's trying to reduce her sugar intake. And so this will help you, like, this one doesn't have pictures. It's a nice book, and it's a good size book, but it's not like very colorful and all that. So it has like recipes like ranch roasted cauliflower, and probably because white rice is a starch, and starch turns to sugar in your system and all that kind of stuff. A detox tea. So it's like you add organic turmeric, ginger, ground black pepper, cayenne pepper, a lemon slice, dehydrated green juice powder, optional, but that's a detox tea. I guess to get the sugar out of your system. Almond butter and banana green smoothie bowl. And it just has, information on there, like timing your meals and things like that. I guess so you don't have and Callie Ripa did the foreword on this. Right, so she introduced the book. Burn the fat. So this is by Dr. Daryl Joffrey. And it says, get off your sugar, burn the fat, crush your cravings, and go from stress eating to strength eating. Okay. And again, with that label, see, so they must have got a lot of books in. This one was, I should say it in here so I don't have to rip off the label. Nope, it doesn't say it in here. Well, it was $1.25 at Dollar Tree. Okay. And then this one is Dada Eats, Love to Cook It by Sama. It's 100 plant-based recipes for everyone at your table. Now, I'm a carnivore. I love my meat. That's why I have these sharp teeth right here. However, these pointy teeth. But for the plant-based recipes, even if you're not a vegetarian, you still, like for my sides, I want a veggie type side. I do have a starch, like, a starch and a protein, a starch, and then a veggie. And these look so, again, hardbound book. These look so good. And this is her. So I don't know if you know her. I don't know her, but it's grain optional. So they give you, it looks like, because it says grain optional, gluten flexible, mostly plants, and totally inclusive. So it looks like it might have adjustments to recipes. Like if this is the recipe, but if you're gluten-free, substitute this for this, or if you're sugar-free, substitute this for that, or if you're grain-free, that kind of stuff. This is like sesame crusted lentil falafel, or falafel, or falafel. I can't speak, I'm telling you. But even like if you don't like falafel, there's still a lemony tahini sauce that she makes with it, that you can just use the sauce over something else if you like, and stuff like that. Let's see, cauliflower, turmeric roasted cauliflower, chilled chickpea salad. Okay, pancake bread. That looks interesting. I'll show you the pancake bread. I'll try it. You put pancake in there, I'll try it. And again, there's like a cinnamon sugar topping as well. So even if you're using a topping or a sauce that goes with the dish and not the actual, dish, that'll still be, really good to make something like that. A snacking bread, whatever that is. Will you want to eat your vegetables? Okay, cauliflower and sweet potatoes. This one on the cover looks really, really well. Good. But anyway, these are the kinds of recipes. Let's see. I wanted to see if there was there's like a cornbread in here. Turmeric cornbread. See, that's a twist on cornbread. I'll try it once at least. Okay. And then running on veggies, again with the vegetarian. For me, it'll make like a good side dish. But of course, I still have to have my... So I think that's the chef. It says plant-powered recipes for fueling and feeling your best. It's about balance, right? So this is Jamaican rice and peas. I just opened two. Jamaican rice and peas. This is chili spiced salmon with mango salsa. See, Paulina, I think you might like that. You like your salmon. My daddy likes salmon too. And ginger pineapple salmon burger. See, that looks good. I don't even like salmon. And that looks good. You put some pineapple in it, I might eat it. Well, without the guacamole. Okay. And then, so it has things like meal guides, the pantry, again, a grocery list so you can, keep your pantry stocked with the items you'll need for these recipes. And then it says like the table of contents says like for mornings, smoothies, bowls, plates, on the side, adventure snacks, sweets, condiments, and dressings. Look at this. I know this is fish because I can tell by the flakiness, but doesn't that look good? The veggies. So this is good for side dishes. That's what I would want it for. And then if you follow a paleo diet, Paleo Perfected, on the back of here, it has grain-free, soy-free stir-fry, no dairy, no problem, kind of like a dairy-free yogurt parfait. Make the most of grass-fed beef, so you can have meat. And then rethink tortillas, tapioca flour. I don't know about those tortillas. I would try it. Up the ante for breakfast on almond flour-based pancake. So see, some of it is gluten-free as well. Because, almond-based flour. Almond flour is a substitute when you're gluten intolerant. They have it for shepherd's pie. Of course, nothing beats my sweetheart's shepherd's pie and his family recipe for that. His English family recipe. Zucchini, spaghetti, and meatballs. I made the zoodles before. And I didn't know me didn't like them, but yeah. Oh, here those shredded beef tacos with cabbage slaw. But the tortillas are those tapioca flour tortillas. They call them tapioca flour paleo wraps. But America's Test Kitchen put out this handbook. And yep, and there's just a lot more in there. Now, this is not a hardcover book, but it's very, very colorful, which to me, like, you have to have nice, pretty pictures in there so I can be antojada, so I could crave whatever I'm looking at. And they describe, like, some of the ingredients. They have, like, a little synopsis on there to tell you, like, how to, why you're using it, what it's good for. Like coconut aminos is often used as a paleo replacement for soy sauce and things like that. So it shows you the replacements if you want to just eat it a little less. What is it? Paleo is no sugar, something like that. And that's what it means, right? Let's see. Oh, they got a big steak on there. Look at these kebabs. Don't those look good? They have wraps. They have paleo Dijon mustard. Yep, there's no sugar in there. Paleo barbecue sauce, which is interesting because they use maple syrup, so it's no white refined sugar, right? Oh yeah, because they use honey and maple syrup when sugars normally used. They substitute with those things. Oh, coconut sugar. See, so it's not refined sugar. And then it tells you how it works, why it works. So if you want to learn on paleo, then try it. That's a good one. And then there's this one called the Real Food Table. Come on. Oh, Lordy. Hold on. Hold, please. Okay. The Real Food Dietitians, the Real Food Table. 100 delicious, mostly gluten-free, grain-free, and dairy-free recipes. Now, I do have a friend who is not just sensitive to gluten, but actually allergic to it. And so this would be a good one for him. And look at these meals. It looks so good. Look at cookies. I'll try them. I like to eat so many cookies and cupcakes that where I can cut back on make a healthier version that still tastes good, because if it don't taste good, I ain't eating it. Oh, and then this one also has here up front, it has a legend to show you, like, hold on. It has these symbols like gluten-free, dairy-free, all these little like orange, like ovals. And for every recipe, it'll tell you which applies. Like on this one, curried chicken salad. Actually, that looks really good. Look at that. Curry chicken salad. And the lily. You can add some curry to your chicken salad. And see, it'll tell you the symbols here. Like this is gluten-free and dairy-free and whatever NAS is and all that stuff. Let's see what it covers. Hold one moment. Gluten-free, grain-free, dairy-free, dairy-free option. So you could do either or. Egg-free option. So an alternative. Vegetarian, vegan option. Nut-free option, and no sugar added. No added sugar. So some of these look really good. Sheet pan mini meatloaf dinner. I like the sheet pans where you just throw it all on the sheet and then you put it in the oven and it cooks itself. Yep. Anyways, look at this. Look at this. Isn't that good? Doesn't that? I must be hungry because that looks really good. What is that? It's a pulled pork. And then they have easier than ever slow cooker baby back ribs. Like I said, if you're just gonna throw it in there and it cooks itself, I'm all for it. Okay. And then this one, again, all these books were $1.25 each. This one is a hardbound as well. And it's Christie's Kitchen. More than 130 scrumptious and nourishing recipes without gluten, dairy, or processed sugars. She looks familiar to me. So I probably saw her. I've probably seen her on TV or social media or something. Like come across her videos. Look at this. How good does that look? Okay. And then this one too, like you have pumpkin granola. If you can just make this once a month and keep it in, or once every few weeks and keep it in your pantry, that would be good. Oxtail sauce. They have like main courses, appetizer platter. Look at the charcuterie board. Right? A little healthier. I don't see any meats on there. Usually there's like those pastrami's and the pepperonis and all that stuff. I don't like it. They have sweet crepes. Now those look really good. See, I'm all for making those. This one has, okay, it just tells you how to throw them together, but on the other page, it tells you how to make the crepes. Hold on. Okay, 2 large eggs, egg whites, almond milk, arrowroot flour, also known as starch or powder, tapioca flour, coconut flour, salt, and coconut oil. Yeah, so that's that. Okay. Another kind of book that they have, this is the history, a human history, again, hardbound. This is a human history of um, emotion, how the way we feel built the world we know. See? It says, a sweeping exploration of emotions and how they shape the course of human history. That's just interesting. Okay, so that one. And then The New Rules of Aging Well, again, hardbound. Again, with the same type of label. See, I don't know if it's Dollar Tree. I mean, if it's if they were Target or Costco. This is a simple program for immune resilience, strength, and vitality. How you age is up to you, and it's easy to take charge. So, can I have coffee in the morning? What about longer fasts? But what about my midnight snack? This says try CBD instead before you reach for alcohol or all these other things. Anyway, so that's what inflammatory foods age the body. Anyway, it's New Rules of Aging Well. Okay, and then this one is Unlock the Healing Power of Breathing, the Breathwork Companion. And I love the dandelion with the little seeds that are flowing off in the air. Imagine having a powerful wellness tool at your fingertips, a tool to keep you calm, increase your energy, clarify your thinking, release muscle tightness, enhance your physical, emotional, and spiritual health, even give you a youthful glow. It's not some miracle app, it's your breath. Now learn how to harness it. And so it's like bringing the breath to life. It's just a breathing technique, which is all yoga is really. So it's things like that. Recognizing the patterns, why we breathe the way we do. Swinging arm, the practice of swinging arms. So it's just like movements and breathing while you're doing it. Okay, My Perfectly Imperfect Life, 127 exercises for self-acceptance. And it's like a journal. And I like these prompt journals. I like them and I buy them and then I never write in them. So I got to get better about that. But this one is a shift in perspective. And there's a blank space here. So I'm thinking they have you drawing something. Plan a creative weekend with a friend. Attend a sculpture workshop, for example. That way you'll be doing something together, but we'll also have time and space for your own project. Write down your favorite parts of the weekend. So that's just writing down. Here, take time out in the evening to drink a cup of tea or stroll around the neighborhood with your loved one. Write down your favorite parts of the conversation. How can you make a habit of carving out that time together? So it's just kind of slowing you down and just helping you focus on just one thing. There's a section in here or a page in here for alone time, what you've been stuck on, and what you can do to take your mind off of it. So that's a little help. Sometimes you're overwhelmed and you don't know where to start. And so little exercises like that are they don't add to your overwhelmness. As a matter of fact, it slows you down and it could be very helpful for you like that. You're not going to do it all the time probably, but just when you're really feeling it and you don't know what to do or where to start, that might be a good sort of an icebreaker in a way. And again, with this kind of tag sticker, this one's called Morning Rituals, Ideas and Inspiration to Get Energized. I need that sometimes because the day goes by and I thought, Lordy, I didn't do anything all day. Start your morning to the night before. So it's like a little thing on how you set yourself up the night before for the next day. There is a mosquito hovering around me. As you can see, they really, really like biting me, sucking my blood. I have excellent blood for them. Prepping tomorrow's breakfast tonight, like overnight oats, just to make your like breakfast less hectic and things like that. Relaxing with essential oils, and it tells you what different oils help to do what. Calisthenics, just stretching and squats and jumping jacks, push-ups and planks, just stuff like that, just to kind of create a little ritual. Go for a walk or for a run, that kind of thing, just to kind of like balance, just balancing your life. And then again with the sticker, and this one is called Cook's Kitchen Smarts: Questions and Answers to Boost Your Cooking IQ. So my niece and nephew, my nephew just got married to his wife, my new niece. And when I started out, I didn't cook at all, like, because my mom cooked. And so when you tasted my mom's cooking, as you guys have, you knew there was no reason for me to cook when I lived at home. But when I got married and I moved out, well, then I had to start cooking. So, and I've been cooking for 30 years, and I could still learn from this. So this described things like what's tannic on the red wine, and which one to use and which one not to use, and what can labels like dark and light on ground coffee and coffee beans tell me about how they taste. And then it just gives a little breakdown, just little random things it looks like. But why do TV chefs sprinkle salt from way up in the air? Is this just kitchen theatrics, or is there a reason behind the practice? Oh, and it says that this showy technique actually seasons food more effectively. And then there's like a little paragraph. So it's not even, it's just little tidbits here and there. So that's a good one too. Oh, and then a baby's on the way. And so if they wanted to do their own baby food, I got this book for them also. All natural, prep ahead recipes for a happy, healthy baby. So it's baby food in an instant, healthy, organic purees from your multi-cooker. And so there's like chunky potato mash, corn chowder, strawberry applesauce, gingerbread pear puree, pear and banana puree. Now I would eat this. It's just a cup of water, 2 large pears, peeled, cored, and quartered, and a medium banana. That's it. And it tells you how to prepare it in the multi-cooker. Okay. And then mixed berry puree, apple cinnamon oatmeal puree, asparagus puree, eggplant, broccoli puree. So, yeah. Okay. And then speaking of babies and everything like that, What to Expect When You're Expecting is a popular book, but this one is What to Expect Before You're Expecting. And that's for ladies so that they can learn how to prep their bodies. Okay, what foods to eat, what vitamins, things like that. And this one, again, is a hardcover book, and it says, Eat Like You Give a Fork. The Real Dish on Eating to Thrive, with over 80 forking delicious recipes. And I guess this is Maria. And stuffed bell peppers, which I do make from time to time, so I could compare it to how I do it. Looks pretty much how I do it already, but they might add something. I'll see. I don't do ground coriander, not just cominos. Okay, the fast break. Zucchini carpaccio and arugula stack. I don't know about that. I don't like cold soup, but anyway, that's another book. And lastly, they do have, let me reach all the way over here. Please hold. Okay. This is my collection of fun books, but this is Silke's Journey. It's the Tattooist of Auschwitz, the concentration camp during World War II, based on the powerful true story of love and survival. And it says, so it sounds like it's a book of, oh, this was $10, but it was $1.25. Again, with the same kind of label. That might have been Target. She's 16 when she's taken to the concentration camp in 1942, and a commander notices her and how she gets away with stuff because of her beauty, but of course she has to pay for that. There's also another one, The School for German Brides, a novel of World War II. So this is about a school to how to become a German bride, or yeah, okay. So they, when the officers wanted to marry somebody, you would be groomed to be a German wife. Okay, and this one's just hopeless romantic, set against the breezy backdrop of coastal Rhode Island. Best-selling author Marina Adair's latest novel asks whether two of the small town biggest hearts can learn to put themselves first in the name of love. Okay, so that's that one. And then you have also some books like Nicholas Sparks and Daniel Steele, who are very, very well known, bestsellers. This is Daniel Steele in the back. My tia Kulu, my tia Carl, she loved Daniel Steele books. She introduced me to her. And I found out, Sister Wister, that she introduced you to her too. She used to loan me her books. And this is a more recent one because that's Daniel Steele's on the back, or her pictures on her books, and I have books where she's much younger. So this is a more recent one. And then this one is Nicholas Sparks. He puts his face on them too. And this one's called The Return. And Nicholas Sparks is the one who wrote The Notebook. And then here's Marie Kondo, hard book too, hardcover. And it says, Kurushi at Home, How to Organize Your Space and Achieve Ideal Life. Yeah, so this one was in, let's see, a dialogue with yourself, a dialogue with your home and possessions. Visualize your ideal home, your joyful morning, your joyful day, and your joyful evening. Yeah. So, and she talks about tidying up, and have you set a deadline for tidying up? And I guess it's like a guide to how to find your ideal life and get your house in order. Maybe I should read this one first. But anyway, there's the books. And again, there are a lot more. And I was like, no, I don't need all these books. But we've gotten a lot more books from previous times from there. And my honey likes since he is a mystery writer, he likes the little cozy mysteries is what they called. So like, the cupcake, mystery and things like that, where a cat and the cupcake is on the cover. But they have a lot of those too, which are really, really cute. And a lot of, they actually have a lot of fantasy books for like adventure fantasy, or I don't know what that's called, but for like teenagers and preteens. Yeah. So hardcover books as well and stuff. So that's the book. So don't sleep on the books. And let me know if you want one of these cookbooks, if you want to try it out. Bye.